Kevin, it's been quite a day. I woke up and sat in the chair and knew what was going to happen and watched every breath you took and every move you made and hoped for another time to cover your feet until they brought somebody else to cover your head. And now this is where we spent the last 2 months. And I don't know how many more days and months and years I will spend. But some of the best were the times we spent in this place. Because when the song said the hardest days are the first, they first should have told us the best days were the last, and there are no more days. So I will never stand in a pulpit in a church for you, and there will only be a few friends around the graveyard, but they'll all be close. 'Cause you're egg, and you brought a lot of love and a lot of laughter to a lot of people, and there's going to be a lot of stories told. Some of them are familiar, and some of them are for the first time, but they'll tell about the same person who got people to laugh before they could sit down to work. When people asked you how the concert was last night, you said, "What?" And they said, "A lot of laughter." You followed me through Canisius, like all of us did. And you were on the debate society until you agreed that you'd rather debate than argue. And then you followed me to Boston College. And I just remembered that you followed me into the Fulton Society. But I graduated. You left. Because they didn't teach laser technology at Boston College. And eventually you found yourself a job that soon after Brenda and Mary, Brendan and Maria danced to their own wedding. You had to fly off to Hawaii to take a job on the highest mountain in the world. It took you a half hour of quiet time between your trip to the house and the trip to your office. And when you got there, they told you all you had to do was look up into the sky and all the stars. And your only job in life was to find that space in space that no one else could find. And you had to point a laser so that adaptive electronics at Santa Cruz could send people to look at all the numbers. But you were the one who knew it all and that they trusted. But you came back. And you came back in time to live with the best 2 years that we had with Rita, Mom. And we were both there when I said, "Hey, Mom, Dolores is coming, and she's going to give you a bath today." And she'd done that before. And Mom pulled out of her quiet whisper, in a loud voice says, "I think that's great, 'cause I'll be clean for a day." And she was only off by 3 days. You had no parting words because it was hard to understand you with the situation you were in. But it only lasted a long time, and we always communicated, and I always told you, as I did the other night, and I told everybody since, as hard as it must have been for you, wouldn't have been great, except you didn't have dementia. And so who knows where the next time will take us all. And we'll never be together, and perhaps only one of us will be missing, because, as Conan Barry said, there's only one difference between an Irish funeral and an Irish wake, and an Irish wedding, and an Irish birthday, and an Irish birth is one empty chair. And I quickly chimed in, or one crowded sofa. So before we cry too much over a man who's known for laughing, let's find a sofa.